Okay, so, anyway, getting back to the point here. Gee, let's see. Things are disappearing from the office, right? They know no one's leaving, because if someone was leaving, they'd be caught on the camera. All of a sudden, you're hearing noises above the place, and now there's a handprint on a duct on the ceiling. Gee, I wonder if there could be something there. Anyway. Sakurazaka-san. That's the inspection hatch for the ceiling, right? There's supposed to be handprints on it. What the? That's kind of creepy. Mind if I open it? Not at all. Alright. Now then. Huh. It won't open. Maybe something's stuck in there. That's strange. It opened when a serviceman came in here not too long ago. That sound. I don't know if it's a mouse or a roach, but it's got to be a huge one. Maybe it's time for me to use that gadget. Probably this. Yup.
I can hear it.
What's that noise? A mouse stomach growling? No, no way a mouse stomach would sound like that, which means... You figured it out? Not yet. Any more time? You do? I do?
Hey.
Food, garbage, it looks like. Again, I've been telling people to put their trash in trash cans. Again, so this happens often. It's been happening more recently. It seems we have some untidy people, but you don't know who. The bug bomb again. Yeah. Jesus. Ah! I'm not sure what else they want me to do. I don't know what else they want me to do. We heard the stomach. The stomach growling. Nope. Could be the dog, maybe? Nope, they don't let you summon the detective dog here. What else am I missing? Oh, wait a minute. Did I not?
Suspicious.
Oh, they were talking about the safe earlier, remember? This looks like a solidly built safe. Yes, the security is top-notch. Someone still manages to snatch money from it every now and then. Yes, it's puzzling. Who knows the passcode? A limited number of people, like myself and my secretary, and I can't imagine any one of them stealing. Okay. Alright, but now what? No. Maybe that's it? More time. What else? A katana. It's related to a hobby of mine. What is this? A Yakuza office? You bet. It costs an arm and a leg at the pawn shop to get. It's very expensive, but it wasn't stolen. It could easily be sold for good money at a pawn shop. Why wasn't that stolen? Huh. More potato chips. Anything else? Oh, the fridge. You have a refrigerator. Yes, for the employees. That reminds me. Some of the employees get their food stolen too. That's right. They had mentioned that earlier. Daniel says, hold on. Daniel says, the whole people living in your house without your knowing happens. Squatters will settle to an abandoned home, and when it's brought, they hide in the attic and come out at night for food. That's creepy shit. That's fucking creepy shit, dude. Damn. Alright, so here we go. I heard their snacks were eaten. Yes, they're putting our ice cream cups, even bento box leftovers. I guess the burglar works up an appetite when he's robbing the place. Something weird is going on. Alright, here we go. Now they're going to trigger it. I think I know. I have all the clues I need. Here we go. I think I got a good idea now. The food garbage on the floor. Employees' leftovers and desserts being eaten. The ceiling hatch not opening for some reason. The strange sounds coming from the attic. The expensive katana that was never stolen. I think I know who the invisible burglar might be.
Excuse me.
Sakurazaka-san. I know who the culprit is. Really? Wow. So who was our invisible burglar?
Yep.
The invisible burglar was... They're still up in the attic. The culprit is still up in the ceiling. As we speak. Huh? Right now?
Yep.
Yes. Just listen. Listen. What was that? That sound. I thought it was just a big cockroach.
No.
It's too big to be a roach. I think the burglar is living in your attic. The burglar lives here?
Yep.
Correct. That's why he had no need to go outside and why he was never caught on camera. I'm betting he took the cash and the wallets up to the attic. The only reason the expensive katana wasn't stolen is because he can't take it up. What do you mean?
If I have this right.
It would be hard to maneuver it through that tiny little inspection hatch, and if the attic ceiling's low, it wouldn't even fit up there. Oh, yeah, I see that. I'm going to guess the food went missing because the burglar came down whenever he got hungry. He's probably been using the toilet on the floor as well, just like any tenant had. My goodness! So the burglar's just always been here, even as we were working?
Yep.
Yes. He must be one quiet fellow to avoid getting caught. Huh. As for who exactly it is, well, why don't we have him come out right now? Have him come out? How? I can think of a few ways. We might be able to use that. The bug bomb. Let's use it to smoke him out. The bug bomb, oh, I get it.
Yep.
Everyone's out of the office now anyway, so let's take out one giant cockroach. It says it's harmless to humans, so I'm sure it won't kill him. Well, now I'm looking forward to how this turns out. I've never heard of a bug bomb that's harmless to humans at all. You gotta run for the hills when you set one of those off. Oh my... What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Oh my god, damn it! Ah!
No way.
Just as we suspected, we smoked out a giant roach. Ugh. Huh? Wait! You're Mita-kun, aren't you? Hi there, sir. You know each other? Yes. This is Goro Mita. I asked him to leave the company about half a year ago.
Huh?
Leave the company? He used to work here? Mita-kun, I want an explanation. Were you living in the attic? Oh, after I was fired, there was no way I could pay the rent. I knew at my home I'd get hounded by my debt collector. Seriously?
Seriously?
You were living up there all this time since you were let go? Yes. The night I was fired, I decided to stay and never leave the office. That way the debt collector can't find me and I can eat anything in the fridge and I can stay warm thanks to the heater. I don't believe this. There was never a need for you to break into the office because you just never went outside, huh? That's why the security camera in the hallway never caught you and why the alarm never went off. Well, of course. As great as our security system is, you can't do anything if there's no actual burglar.
Hey.
Were you also the one stealing wallets and taking money from the safe? You did know the passcode, didn't you?
Hey.
Hey, speaking of, where is the money? Someone in the attic. I couldn't take it out of here because I knew I'd be caught on camera. Bring the money down now. I want to check if it's all here. Yes, sir. Did you count the money? Yep, it's all there. I found all the employees' wallets too. Glad to hear it.
Either way.
Now then, What next? Should we call the police? No, we got the money back, so we don't need to get the police involved. And the firing, it really was because of things the company did, not him. I actually have been feeling pretty bad about it. What?
Huh.
Alright, well, that's your decision, Sakurazaka-san. Thank you for not calling the cops, sir. I'm sorry. Midakun, I had a reason for letting you go instead of someone else when times got rough here. I let you go because I was sure you would land another job. You're still young and full of potential. Full of potential? Me? But all I did was make mistakes. Only because you carried the workload of 3 people. It was no wonder you made mistakes. You really think that? Yes. Of course, that doesn't change the fact that you and the company have done selfish things. And it may upset you to hear this coming from the guy who fired you, but you can rebuild your life. I know that you can. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Huh. What a weird mission. Now, some people, of course, are joking, and they're saying, Phil, would you have done that when you were laid off from your office job? No, here's actually how it works in corporate America, all right? At least if they do it right. So there's 2 things that happen. First of all, they wait till the Friday, okay? They wait till the Friday, so that way it's the beginning of the weekend, and they find statistically that if you discipline someone or if you fire them or lay them off on a Friday, that it diffuses the situation because most people feel like, oh, it's the weekend or whatever, and it actually, like, I don't know, like, it actually frees them up. Like, for example, if you fire someone on a Monday, well, maybe they already made plans on a way to get to work all week, and now you're basically going to doubly piss them off that they're losing their job and their whole week's fucked up too, as opposed to if you lay someone off on a Friday or whatever. But anyway, that's number one. The other thing is, at least every single time that that anyone got fired or laid off from my job, what happens is your manager, your direct manager, after the meeting would walk you straight to your desk, say, okay, please grab any of your belongings that you want to take home with you now, because you're effective immediately, you're terminated, we need you to leave. And what will happen is you take what you want, so your wallet or whatever, and then they'll say, okay, everything else you got here, we're going to box up, we're going to mail to you. And what was hilarious about that was, when they mailed me that shit, they mailed me all shit that wasn't mine. That, like, half that shit was the company's, and they were so dumb, they didn't even know. So I ended up getting, like, a footrest. I ended up getting, like, a whole bunch of shit that wasn't mine. They sent me all this stuff from the desk that I didn't even own. But they do it on purpose, because what if they said, oh, don't leave. Now you could go around the whole business making a big scene, right? You could swear you fucking try to fuck stuff up on your last day before you leave, right? And plus, they don't feel like they don't want you going around the business disrupting the other employees who are still there, right? They want them to still be there and be productive and work. What if it's someone who's beloved by the company and they're leaving now and everyone's crying and everything because they're going away? How are they supposed to do their work, right? So that's how they handle it in that situation. So, no, there was no opportunity when I was laid off that I would have been able to crawl into the ceiling tiles and hide up there and live there in the building. That wouldn't have happened. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Thank you very much, Yagami-san. I'm glad our case was resolved. Sure was a surprising one. I never would have thought a former employee would stay in the attic after he got fired. I think I never would have noticed. This isn't much at all, but it is a token of our gratitude. Thank you. I better get going now. Our agency is always looking for work, so if you have any issues, don't hesitate to reach out. Absolutely. I'll let everyone know about the great detective, Takayuki Yagami. Alright, mission complete. Daniel says, favorite horror movie? Man. See, I like different kinds of horror movies. I would say, like, the classic, original, like Friday the 13th, the early, like 1 through 4 Freddy movies, Nightmare on Elm Street. I also like Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I really like that one because it breaks the fourth wall. Were people crying when I got fired, asked Xavier? Crying, no, but they were shocked. Like, I got some texts and calls and emails afterward. People were like, wow, we're so sorry. We had no clue that you would have been the person that they would have laid off because you're the one who just redesigned the whole fucking repairs process for the business and you literally didn't get paid for it. I've already told this story many, many times, but they were having me do the work of 2 people instead of 1. They were having me do my job as a customer service representative while I was also doing continuous improvement and redesigning entire processes from the ground up, which was not my job. They told me that that's what they wanted to give me for a job, and they were training me to do. They sent me to all these training classes and things off-site to become a continuous improvement agent and everything. And that's what the promise is, that eventually they were going to promote me and make me a continuous improvement person in the company. And what ended up happening was the company had a really bad year, because if you remember, there was the whole financial crash. And when that financial crash happened and all the banks had to be bailed out, most companies didn't have any money anymore to really spend on a helicopter, nor did they have the funds, in a lot of cases, to even maintain the helicopters they had. Remember, we were aftermarket support for a helicopter. So imagine now your company had a helicopter, now they can't afford it anymore. I can't afford to fly the thing, I can't afford to have parts for it, I can't afford anything. So all of the business that was planned died and just disappeared. So what do you need a continuous improvement expert for when you don't even have any business? You have no sales, you know what I mean? So we went from having our most profitable year in history to the least profitable year in history back to back. And that's when they started these layoffs, and I was in the second round, so the second year basically of layoffs is when I was hit. So pretty messed up, quite frankly, because they really overworked me, and you know, like I said, I made all these life-changing decisions, like taking all this debt on to get a condo near the job, so that I could actually be a better employee and stuff. And then they literally just fucked me over and laid me off because they were trying to cut costs. And it didn't work. They went out of business anyway. Still in Shadow says, what would you do if you saw the person in public that fired you in public? Wait, let's try this again. What would you do if you saw the person that fired you in public? Would you knock them out? I did. I actually did. Hold on, let me do this and I'll tell you the story.
What the? Destroying.
The squirrel is listening for something. Okay, let's do this first, then I'll tell you the rest of the story, because I actually did.
There it is. I can hear it. What could this mean?
Transmission, so now we gotta do this. This way. Whoa. Right here? Yes.
There you go. What could this mean?
And now I'm taking a bug for a walk. It's going to be the dog.
Good boy. There you are.
Okay. Right here?
Attaboy.
Yes. Battle Innerwear SS. Okay, let's see what that is. Achievement! Receiving signals. Find 10 targets with the detector. Cool. Battle Innerwear. Attack plus 20. What I have on right now is attack plus 7, defense plus 7, and reduces your agony duration. I think I'll keep that, even though attack plus 20 is great. I think that I like one that has more defense, too. Slayer tipped me $1.50, says, I'm shocked they fire you and you immediately stop working that day as well. In Singapore, for big companies, they give you at least a few days notice in advance. If not, usually it's 1 month notice before your last day of work. Nope, in America, it's you're gone that day, leave now. Because what we have here in America, you may not know, I don't know if it's like this in Singapore, it's called at-will employment. So it's a two-way agreement whenever you sign on with the company. There's some cases where this isn't the case. For example, contracted workers, so, you know, an actor or someone who has a contracted business where they have a set contract where they're supposed to perform a certain amount of work and get paid a certain amount, etc. That's different. But most people in America are at-will employees. And what that means is you work there at your own will, but also at the will of the employer. And at any moment, that agreement can be severed for any reason. Okay? You can decide at any moment, I'm leaving. And there's no repercussions. There's nothing they can do to you because you don't have any contract that says you have to be there. Same thing. They can say at any moment, you're out of here. Now, of course, there's laws that protect against things like discrimination and the like. But literally, an employer should technically be able to say, oh, well, we didn't like your performance or blah, blah, blah. And they can basically get rid of you whenever they want. Now, because it's at-will employment, there's no contract saying, oh, we'll do the right thing and we'll let you work for another week so you have money or nothing. Nothing like that. They literally will say, you're gone, bye, and they kick you out. Just like that. And that's how it happens here. Yeah. That's exactly how it works. Anyway, so to finish the story, so I got laid off in the fall. It was late October. I think it was the very end of October 2010. Okay. A few years later, I was still living in Connecticut, and I used to, once a week, I would go out to dinner with my parents. And let me save up, by the way, so I don't forget. And we went to, of all places, my favorite place that I used to go to eat pizza, Vinny's Pizza, in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And we were there eating pizza together, having a meal, family meal. And the guy who had been my boss for about 4 to 5 months and then laid me off was sitting right across on the other table across the way. Now the thing is, he absolutely knew who we were. That he knew where we were. He knew it. Of course, he didn't look our way. He was like, didn't want to look, didn't want to say nothing because he knew that he had done me wrong. And my dad even said, say something to him. Because my dad knows me, and he knows that I'm an outspoken guy. He knows I'm not afraid to get in someone's fucking face over something. And he knows how dirty I was done. Here's the truth of the matter. The full story is that I was promised all those things by an executive vice president of the company. I had many meetings with this guy, and he would have me come into his office, and he would promise me the world and say, you're going to get this, but you have to do this extra work, but you're going to get this and this and this and this and this and this and this, okay? So what happened? After doing all the work, the executive vice president transferred out of that division of the company and went somewhere else. So he promised me the world, and then when it was time to actually reward me for the work I had done, he left. So there was no commitment to ever reward me for it because he was gone, right? So now I'm the guy who was promised the world. What do you do with him now? Well, let's just put him somewhere else. So you know what they did? They transferred me out of the division. I wasn't in customer support anymore. They transferred me over to a materials division, which I knew nothing. I never worked for materials before. I never ordered materials, didn't work with the materials suppliers, didn't even know anything about the ordering system. Nothing. I knew nothing. I was a noob, basically. So it was like, imagine you've done a job for 5 years, and then all of a sudden they say, well, we want you to do a different job. Well, I don't know anything about it. Well, too bad. This is what you're doing now. Well, okay. So like I said, I tried for like 4 or 5 months to do the job, and then they just laid me off. But the person who laid me off was a different guy. Like the person who then I was working for was a completely different person than the person who had promised me the world and then never done it. This guy was just some other manager, fucking VP, and he didn't know nothing about me. He didn't know anything about my strengths or what I could do for the company or anything. Like, literally, the guy didn't know me from a hole in the fucking wall, you know? So, gee, I wonder why, when he's being told it's time to, it's time to make cuts or whatever, gee, I really wonder why he would have given me the axe. Because he didn't even know who I was. I was someone who was forced into his division. I'm buying all the boxing abilities. It's so good. I was someone who was forced into his division. Essentially, not having anything to do with that job. You know what I mean? Like, it's just messed up. The whole situation was fucked up. And like I said, that's why, after that, the company still stuck around for another couple of years. Then they laid my dad off. And then they laid off a bunch of other people. And what ended up happening was most people went and got other jobs or transferred out because they saw what was happening. And now that company, essentially, I think they still call it what it is, but it's not. Like, all the people who worked there had to go get other jobs, and they outsourced all the work that they were doing in that building to, like, another country. Fucked up. I'm just buying random shit because I don't even know what else to buy. Look. Can't buy any of these secret techniques. EX spin attack. I still have a ton of points. Oh my god. Oh man. So Kevin did a super chat. He says, a shame they missed out on a great employee. Oh, by the way, so I didn't finish the story. So we were at the restaurant, and my dad's like, are you going to go up and say something to him? Because you have a right to. That guy's an asshole. He screwed you over. He laid you off. He left you high and dry. And I said to my dad, Dad, think about what I'm doing. Think about my life now. I'm a YouTuber, right? I make money making silly videos on the internet. I get to sit around and enjoy video games all day. I make way more money. Now, of course, this was the years when YouTube was hugely profitable. This was like, probably like this was 2012, I'm thinking, okay? So this is one of the biggest years on YouTube where all the ad revenue was out the ass. It was probably the most money I ever made in my life in 1 year, right? So I said to my dad, I said, Dad, let's think about it. Why am I going to go up to this guy and basically tell him off? Look at me. Look at my life now. Look how good things are, right? I'm making more money now than I ever made at that office job doing something that I like to do. As opposed to me being mistreated, being tossed around, treated like dirt by that company. And yeah, this guy is one of the people who did that, but I'm better than that. I'm so past that. I don't need to dwell on that part of my life. I don't need to be angry and sour grapes. My life is good now. So why am I going to focus back on the past and the people that treated me bad when things are good? And that's the attitude I kind of had. I was like, nah, fuck it. And I didn't talk to him, nothing. I just ignored him and had my dinner with my parents, and that was that. And that was really the last time that I ever saw kind of anyone from that company after that. Because it's true. How long are you going to be sad or angry or upset about something, mistreatment, when things are better, right? Like, I could have sat here last year and I could have bitched and whined and got so frustrated about Twitch, or I could move forward positively somewhere else. So here I am on YouTube doing my thing. Fuck what Twitch did. I mean, yeah, it's messed up, and I'll talk about it every once in a while if it comes up as a topic, but I'm not going to dwell on that they screwed me over. Fuck Twitch. I'll do my thing on YouTube and have a good time with life. I'm not going to sit there crying over spilled milk, right? Okay. So Slayer did 2 tips. His first tip, he says, for most companies in Singapore, it's based on contract signing. You need to be committed at least 3 months under probation, and based on your performance, you can then be hired full-time or be fired. And also in the contract, it states a period of advance notice. He then tipped again. He says, although my experience in contract signing is based on working at a hospital, it was thorough, with details on salary, job scope, working hours, promotions, leaves, medical coverage, dress code, and behavior, as well as termination notice. In America, if you're going to get hired by a company that's like a salary company, it is similar. There's a lot of those things covered, and you also get health care and you get other stuff as a result of working for said company. But there is no protection, like I said, because it's called at will. It's literally called at will employment, meaning at any time at your will you can leave, or at any time they can terminate your employment, basically for any reason, as long as not like a discrimination purpose deal. And because of that, yeah, a company just say get the fuck out, and you're gone. Like, literally, you're gone. So, kind of messed up, right? But that's how it is here. Throw projectiles back. Look at all this shit. Hit an enemy after a quick step. Quick step 3 times in a row. Projectile counter automatically when you're in EX boost. Oh my god. Wow, hold right bumper and press Y after an XXXXYY combo. So this is an aerial juggle combo, and I think I did this in the previous Judgment game, but I never did it in this one, because I never unlocked it, and now I'm unlocking it. I'll have to try some of this stuff. Look at these things. Look at these crazy things. Oh my god. It's blocking. Forward reversal. Do a frontal dodge roll. Okay. I bought a lot. EX reverse beatdown. Okay. I bought a lot, and we're still going. So thank you, Slayer, for those tips. Did I update the leaderboard? I think I did. Shit, now I lost count. I think I updated the leaderboard. Okay. So let's see. Kevin is the latest super chatter. So anyway, Kevin says, it's a shame they missed out on a great employee. I would hire you. Look at what you built, a 13-year-old business, and you know, it's still going strong. And then Kevin did another super chat. He says, bouncing back from a job loss is hard, but you did good. See, lucky for me, you know, when you see a company like that, and I noticed things changing, the attitude of the management was changing, everything internally, the culture was changing. And I was like, you know, at first I seriously thought I would kind of be there the whole time. I did. I thought I would actually be at that job the rest of my life. I did. I thought that I was working my ass off and everything, that they would appreciate me doing that, and I would be there for the rest of my life, and that's not what happened, obviously. But I had already started doing YouTube as a hobby. Remember, I started YouTube in 2008. I got laid off in late 2010. So for 2 years, I've been a YouTuber. Thank God, because then I said, well, what the hell? Let's see if I can make this work. And within a month or two of doing it, I found ways to monetize the content or whatever. And then I was able to do this for a living, you know? But I was lucky. Not a lot of people look out like that and get to do that. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, right? I was actually able to do this because I had already built up a following and people were interested in seeing what I was doing and stuff like that. So, no, I didn't say I knocked out my boss. I never said that, Xavier. What are you talking about? Anyway, with Dre Day, thank you for becoming a standard supporter again. And continuing on your support of the channel. I appreciate that. I think we're at 325 now. I never said I knocked out my boss. What the fuck are you talking about? You're a liar. Okay. So, you know what? So we could either do that mission here, the Dueling Dojos mission, or we go back to a Jin show and maybe do that teacher mission, or do some VR missions, or see what's on the chatter at a Jin show. And you know what? I kind of feel like going to a Jin show. I think we did a lot in Kamurocho tonight. Now we should go to a Jin show for a little bit, just for variety. A little change of scenery. Okay. Let's go to a Jin show and see what's up over there. What's up, Yoshino Lover? Good evening. It's good to see you here, man. Ugh. I was joking. I said I knocked out my boss. Well, I didn't knock out my boss. I don't even remember saying that. Okay. Kevin says, any tips to bounce back from a lost job? You know, I'll be honest, at one point, definitely it was the support of my viewers on YouTube, and it was the support of my friends in real life. Like John Rambo at that time was actually really helpful because I told him, hey man, you know, what I'd like to do is do more co-op with you because it really adds to the content that we're making. And, oh, here we go. Noise. Look. Noise these guys are spewing. This must be a side mission here to find with chatter. See that? But anyway, no, like John Rambo helped me a ton back then. You know, that was when we started doing actual set dates of co-op. And I remember he came over and we did a co-op playthrough of Dead Rising 2. And then after that, like once a week, he would come and we would do co-op, and it became a staple of my content at that point. At a time when it was unclear if I was going to be able to make a living doing it. I didn't know what was going to happen. My future was completely unclear at that point, and he really helped me out at that time. And that was real nice to have his support, and of course the support of my family and my viewers on YouTube. So you know what it really is? It's about a support system. It's about having a support system that if things go wrong, you have people who will back you up and help you out. You know what I'm saying? Slayer has just done a whopping $23 tip. Thank you very much, Slayer. He says, this will get you to the first goal. You know, because of COVID, most jobs are affected. Luckily, in Singapore, the government has reserves that they took out billions to help the people affected by COVID and sectors affected, and it helped out the economy. That sounds amazing. Here in America, we got 2 crappy stimulus checks, or was it 3? I don't even remember. And it was barely enough to pay anyone's anything. It was such a laughably small amount of money. Seriously, it was just a huge joke. And basically after that, the government was like, you're on your own. And it's just been a huge fucking mess. We have like no leadership. We have no way to really do anything to recover from this. There's no end in sight at this point. So it's good to hear that you had a much better time with your government. The way that they handled stuff. At least from what you're telling me, it sure sounds better than the American screw job. Thank you very much, Slayer, for the very generous tip. Yes, we have now hit the Tier 1 tips goal, which means it is Gunner Glass's time. Guys, I'm still around for about another half an hour or so tonight, okay? Just so you know. Okay. Kevin did another super chat, and he says, friends are good to have. Glad that you had them, Phil. Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for the super chat. Okay. Let's see what this is. Noise, right? So if we go over there, they'll be talking about noise, and maybe we'll get a clue to another chatter mission. I think we did all the chatter missions in Kamurocho because you saw there was none left. So I think they're all done, actually. But there is at least this noise comment here in the Jin show. Yoshino Lover says, I got into playing Skyrim myself for the first time watching you play it. It's pretty good. Hey, Skyrim is the ultimate chill, just go around, do whatever game. And there's so much content, you'll never run out of shit. Seriously, it's just nuts in that regard. Derek says, what were some of your favorite sitcoms you watched as a kid with your parents? It was all the TGIF stuff. So it started off with like Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step, Perfect Strangers. As we approached the 90s, it was more like Home Improvement and stuff like that. So, Jade's favorite horror movie is Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park's cool. It's a combination of everything. It's definitely horror, but it's also got sci-fi, adventure. It's a really interesting movie, and I'm glad to hear that's your favorite one. It's one of my favorites actually from the 90s. Oh well, I got here and there's no one chatting unless it's them. Nope, they are not talking. They look like they are, but they're not. How does this work? Now they're having me go across town here. Well, if this doesn't work this time, maybe screw it. Maybe we'll either do some VR, which we could do because I have to do more VR missions for that side quest, or we could go back to the school and investigate that mission with the teacher who was being harassed by the students and basically wants to beat them up, which is hilarious. Derek says he likes Coraline and Monster House. So, yeah, Coraline is such a weird movie. It's very creepy. But the thing is, the art style is so unique. It's so well done in that regard. To this day, I still think about scenes about the movie and how fucking creepy it is. It's a great movie, though. I really like it. Mark says, I've beaten Fatal Fury and Fatal Fury 2. I am playing Fatal Fury 3 now. Did you play as Terry, Andy, or Joe in the original? Yes, I used everyone. I always play through the games with all the different characters. That was most of the fun of it, right? Slayer has done another $1.50 tip. Says, to add on, in Singapore, the government had 4 phases of support that aids businesses affected. People who lost their jobs due to COVID-related reasons do get monthly support and are given the option for skill learning to help them get re-employed. I know for a fact they had stuff here. I don't know how effective it was, and depending on who you ask, you'll get completely mixed results. Like, some people are like, oh yeah, my business was completely saved because it was an aid program and I applied, the government gave me this loan that allowed me to pay my employees when I didn't have any income and blah, blah. And other people are like, yeah, so I applied and the government just never responded. So I'm fucked, I went out of business. And other people are like, yeah, I applied 3 times and every time they rejected, when I asked why, they never gave any elaboration or explanation, so I went out of business. So there doesn't seem to be any consistency at all with how the government handled anything here in the United States. I'm not seeing this chatter mission. Noah, welcome to the stream. This is Panda Fans, the original New Vegas. Awesome. Good to have you here tonight. Brink, yes, I saw the original Dune movie. There's certain scenes in that movie that are very, like, iconic, but that movie, I feel, was very boring. At least the one time that I sat and watched the whole thing through when I was in college, I was in a film class, and I hated it. I fucking hated it. I thought the movie stunk. I was so bored. Yes, people wear face masks when grocery shopping. Face masks are required in our state. You cannot go anywhere without one. You are not allowed into any building without a face mask. It's against the law. So if you do it, you could get thrown out of the building forcefully. Yes. Although, quite frankly, no one forcefully throws anyone out of a building. They'll just ask you to leave, and if you ignore, there's not much they can really do. But it is required here. No, I never rode in a helicopter. All right, Derek, sounds good. He says he probably won't be here for his birthday tomorrow, but he might stop by tomorrow night. Sounds good. If you can stop by, please do, and we'll all wish you a happy birthday. If not, I wish that you have a very great day. Hopefully you tell us all about it afterward. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I guess we're not going to do chatter. It doesn't seem to be working. It's weird. Look. All they're doing is sending me to different areas, and I'm not finding anything. I'll do one more, and if this doesn't work, then we'll just do something different, like the VR mission or whatever, because we're not getting anything done right now. We're just running in circles. I'm not sure what the final chatter mission would be that I need to trigger. No, I worked for aftermarket support. That means I very rarely ever got to see a helicopter. I think I saw one twice in person. You know, I worked at the company that we logistically would have parts come in and then be mailed back out to be repaired elsewhere, or we had our own repair shop where sometimes they repaired stuff. But there was no physical helicopters where I worked. It was just the parts. So. Happy 20th birthday, Derek. Very nice, man. Did I see Mulholland Drive? It sounds familiar. Isn't it that insanely confusing movie about like a woman who's two different women or something crazy stupid? It makes no sense. I think that if that's the movie I'm thinking about, I've seen it. It's the David Lynch movie, right? It makes no sense at all. It makes like zero sense. Slayer is tipped $1.50. Says here in Singapore, mask wearing is required when outside is enforced by the police. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh whoa! You did the sneak attack me, you son of a bitch! Oh, look at this! The Palm of Legends! Yeah! I love that running palm strike.
Really, guys?
There it is. It's on the floor. I can see it.
Hey.
The dog.
What could this be?
Walk the dog. So, getting back to what Slayer was saying.
Who's a
Slayer
good
took
boy?
another $1.50 and he said, here in
Good
Singapore, hold on. Here in Singapore, mask wearing is required when outside and enforced by the police. If people resist wearing the mask, they get prosecuted and fined or jailed. Vaccination is required to dine, visit malls, and go to work in person. So here's the thing. Singapore is different than America, and here's how. We have what's called states' rights, and in general, when it comes to things like this, we let each individual state determine how it's handled inside each state, which in my opinion did not work in this case. There's some cases where that does work. In this case, it doesn't, because we actually have two incredibly polarized, differing political viewpoints in the United States. One group 100% feels everyone should be vaccinated, everyone should be wearing masks, everyone should be taking every precaution. Another group is like, oh no, we should not have our rights hampered or hindered by this thing, and yeah, people are going to die and get sick because of it, but we should have the right to make a choice for ourselves, and how dare you take away my rights, and blah blah blah. So some states literally have absolutely no requirement at all. Go anywhere you want, no mask, no social distancing, no occupancy limits, nothing. Just go do anything. And everyone gets sick and the hospitals are overloaded and they don't care. They literally like, oh well. Seriously, like, oh well. Tough shit. And in other states, it's the opposite, where some places are like, oh, you must mask up. You have to be vaccinated. This, that, all these mandates and everything in effect. But that's the thing. They're mandates. What that means is it's not law. It's a requirement per our governor. And the thing is, personally, if I were to go outside right now without wearing a mask and go to a business, okay, I would not be arrested. I would be fine. But the business can be fined for allowing me in their business without a mask. Now, that makes no sense, because what are they going to do? Physically throw me out? Then I could sue them and say they assaulted me. You see? So really, in reality, nothing has been effective at all in America to make sure people are doing the right things. Because the way our government's set up, there's no enforcement of anything. So that's why it's completely different. Everywhere you go is handling it differently, and that's why we will never ever defeat this thing in any kind of a way that's effective until basically it's kind of like, what do they call it, endemic, where we're just so used to having it that they're just so used to having it that it's just not a big deal anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like the flu. The flu kills a ridiculous amount of people every year, but we don't all freak out about the flu, right? We just say, oh, well, it happens. And if you want to get your vaccination, it's optional, you know. We just kind of accept it as part of life. And I think that's what it is this hit us so hard, and it was so deadly, much deadlier than flu, that we weren't expecting that. And we weren't expecting to have these kind of like giant pandemic loss of life event like it happened. But now it's going to, within another year or two, it's going to basically just become a natural thing of life here where, oh, well, you're just going to have to deal with it. And it's fucked up. People are just going to die, and hospitals are going to get crowded, and nothing's going to change. Because our government isn't equipped to really handle issues like this. We just don't. We don't effectively handle
Good
it.
dog.
It's sad.
Very good dog.
Extract recipe for super grip. Probably completely worthless, right? Super grip? When am I going to need a heavy grip besides the VR missions? Yes, Mark, we have an indoor mask mandate here. But again, they leave it to the businesses to enforce. How can a business enforce it? When a business doesn't have fucking armed security guards to throw you out, a business doesn't have the right to physically touch you because then they can say they were assaulted. So it's kind of really messed up, the whole situation. It just is. It's like, we just aren't equipped to handle it. I don't understand how we're not. We feel like we're one of the best countries in the world, yet we have nothing to protect the populace from shit like this. No real guidance on how to handle anything. Looks like we need to go over here. Aha! Aha! Kevin did another super chat. He says, cops can arrest you for trespassing if you don't wear a mask. Wrong.
What the?
Cops can arrest you for trespassing if a store asks you to leave and you don't. Then it's considered trespassing, and the police can come throw you out. And that has happened in some cases. However, what's happened, especially in our state, we already have issues with policing and stuff. Please don't get me into the Black Lives Matter topic and all of that, and basically how police have been decimated here as a result. Budget slashed, you know, officer numbers greatly reduced. When this whole thing started, essentially the police came out publicly and said, we will not enforce this. They're like, there's no way we can. If you want us to enforce it, you'd have to hire a ton of people just to enforce this, because we don't have the capacity to enforce something like this. So you're kind of on your own. That's what they say.
Should be around here.
So yeah, they're not doing nothing in regards to someone. If someone right now went into a store in Washington State and wouldn't put on a mask, they're, oh well, they just like can't, oh well, deal with it. What are you gonna do?
Getting warmer.
Fuck. I can't find, this is getting warmer. I'm walking over here. Maybe this tree? Maybe the tree. The tree's going crazy. Okay.
Should be around here.
But it's not the tree? The bush? No.
Signal's close.
Over here? No, now I went down again. What the fuck is it?
Bingo.
Got it. It's a hole in the tree. My own style record. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. Slayer did another $1.50 tip and says, here in Singapore, because of the pandemic, there's people employed as safe distancing ambassadors. They enforce distancing and mask wearing. If people resist the advice and warnings, police are called in and then they're prosecuted in court. There you go. And you know, I hate to say it, for that would literally, I feel what would have to happen here to be effective. How can you have mandates, right? But then there's no actual way to enforce the mandates. That's really the problem in America. There's no way to enforce this stuff because every state does it different, and there's no across-the-line way to do it. It just kind of gets brushed under the rug. Yeah, we have a mandate. Doesn't mean everyone's doing it. Every day I go out and there's people without masks on, and no one does anything. They just ignore them. They act like it's not happening. They just like, oh well, and they walk right by them and don't talk to them. Just act like they don't exist. You know, nothing is done. Yoshino Lover says I should check out Deep Rock Galactic on Game Pass and free on PS Plus. Someone had actually written me an email about that too. They said this game Deep Rock Galactic, they've been playing it and really liking it. Kevin, thank you for the super chat. He says you're best to follow the mandate to get the booster. Absolutely. I do recommend that to anyone out there. I'm not going to, you know, yell at you and scream at you and say blah, 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 you know. But what I will say is, hey, do what's best for yourself. And right now it seems like, hey, any protection is better than no protection, right? Okay. Well, guess what? Guess what, my friends? This didn't work either. This side mission is the Paradise VR. We don't really have time to do one. Really, we don't. Like, they take... we have to do the ones with the different people in them. And I think it'd be longer than, say, 5-10 minutes. So we don't really have time to do it. I don't think we have really time to do anything right now, side content-wise. There's nothing around here, right? That I can see. I guess what we can do is kind of go around the block and look for some squirrel missions. Let's do that. Let's go through the park and see if any squirrel stuff pops up. Thank you everyone who's chilled tonight and supported the stream. There's been a lot of super chats, and of course Slayer with all these tips. Thank you so much, Slayer, for the support of the Lost Judgment stream tonight. Cody Carls just tipped me $2. Says, do you think 2022 will bring better games than 2021 did? Do you have plans for any big marathons later this year? I do think overall this year will be better. I could be wrong, but I got a feeling that so many games that either have been in development for a long time will finally hit this year, or games that were supposed to come out last year that got delayed, and we already know of a bunch of those that are coming out shortly. Well, let's fight these guys first. Gosh, fuck you. Oh, you fucker. Oh, what the? Fuckers with their knives, they're dicks. You know, think about the many, many games that were supposed to be coming out that got delayed. And now they're finally coming out this year. So I feel like overall, this year will likely be better than previous years for games. Cody. Thank you for the tip, Cody. I appreciate that. As for marathons, I mean, I have a few different ideas for marathons. This month, if we hit the members' goal, we're going to be doing a Game Pass marathon. We'll play a variety of Game Pass games, and some of them may lead to full playthroughs. I have some ideas. Actually, someone gave me a really interesting idea. The fuck is that, a boat over there wiggling? Someone gave me a really interesting idea the other day. They sent me an email and said, how about, listen to this, a chill games marathon, where there's like a variety of chill games I play in a marathon setting, and we determine which ones would work for my streams and which ones wouldn't. Because some of them probably be like not very good and boring, while others might actually work out to be pretty damn good. But what I would do is play a bunch of them in a marathon. Oh, wait. 2, 3. Whoa.
Here we
Oh!
go. What could this
Just
be?
look up, so that's gotta be the drum.
Should be around here.
Drone time. Here we go. I think that could be pretty good, a chill games marathon, right? All day we're playing different chill style games, and we pick out a few that I could do as chill playthroughs in the future. Is that it? Hug Bomb Beta? Dude, there's 100 items up here. I didn't know about this. Look. Another one. Twig. Who dropped all the items up there? Alright, so that was one of the squirrel missions. 21 of 56. We're not even halfway yet. Hello, DC. Good evening. I'm in Chapter 8 of Lost Judgment. Jesus, it's an emotional roller coaster. Indeed. These Judgment games always are. These Judgment games are full of emotion, full of twists and turns in the plot. They're definitely made to be that kind of game. So, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. The cool thing is, you can't get spoiled on the streams anymore because I did all the story. All we're doing is side missions. So you cannot be spoiled on the story by attending my Lost Judgment streams moving forward, which is good. What they say? Alright, Yoshino, you have a good night. Thanks for chilling with us tonight. Good to see ya. Looking for more squirrels. Squirrelies! Where are the squirrelies? There's the skaters, the skater boys. See you later, boys. Redemption games. What was the emotion? What was the most emotion-packed chapter? Oh shit. See, the thing is, if I say that, I'll give you story spoilers. I don't want to do that when we got people on the stream tonight that are still playing through it. But, you know, but like every game, there's twists and turns. People get hurt or killed. And like, oh my god, I never would have expected that. He was like a main character, and that shit happened, you know? Who are these fucking guys? Who were they? I don't even know who they were. There's a bunch of random dudes in suits.
Really, guys?
Do I plan on doing more of these? Yes, Brink. I'm going to probably do this once a week. One night a week moving forward. We'll do a chill stream of Judgment here. Where I'll try to do side content missions and squirrel investigations and all that jazz. Let's see. No, nothing here. This is a hotel. Right now I'm just looking for squirrel stuff. But, oh, you know what? I must have already done this one. It's not going off, so it must be completed. Yep. Okay. Alright, guys, thanks for being a chill audience tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me, and thank you, of course, to everyone who supported, including Slayer once again. So many tips and so much support, but there were, other people who definitely supported as well. A lot of super chats came in. Kevin here at the last minute was doing a lot of super chats. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, this is one of the cool things about being a variety content creator, because I'm not always rushing to play a new game, because I'm not always trying to pump out the hottest new the new meta. We gotta be part of the meta. Come on, you gotta work the meta of what's for top streamers. Fucking idiots. Fucking moronic, mind-dribbling nonsense. No, we can have a nice chill stream of a game like this, enjoy post-game content, have fun conversation, don't have to worry about, we're working on the meta tonight, the meta. So, DC has done a haiku. He said, Judgment was so fun. Lost Judgment, holy shit, is Judgment on steroids. There you go. We're all good, Jake. Thank you for asking. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing any other squirrel stuff. I figured I would go for a run down here. You know what? Is this a restaurant? I can get my health back. I don't know if I ever ate in here. Okay.
Starving. Now we're talking. Pretty tasty. Thanks.
Yummy! When did I stop playing new games all the time? When I became a full-time streamer. I still play a lot of new games. I don't aspire to play every game. I play the games that interest me the most. If there's downtime, I play the games that interest me that even are new releases. Right now, just think of all the games I'm playing right now. Skyrim, not a new release. Resident Evil 4, not a new release. Just finished GTA 3, not a new release. Well, I guess technically you could argue GTA 3 was, because it was part of the Definitive Edition trilogy. But of course it's a re-release. I won't even be playing, I will be trying Rainbow Six Extraction in about a week and a half to see if it's any good. I have no clue if it's going to be any good, nor do I really care if it is good or not. It's good, great. If not, it's Game Pass, right? So we didn't waste any time on it. There will be Pokemon later on in the month. But here's the thing. Next month, February, will literally be non-stop new releases. There's at least 5 high-profile new releases I want to play that month, if not more. So that'll be the time when we're just doing non-stop, non-stop new releases, and that's fine. It doesn't always have to be that one kind of stuff. That's what I used to do back in the day. It was 99% new releases, and every once in a while, people would ask me so much for a classic game, I would cram it in. Now, it's a good mix of everything, and I really enjoy doing it that way. The kitties roll. Slayer's done another tip. He says, earlier on I mentioned K-pop and how popular it is. Korean dramas are also popular worldwide. Are you familiar of any Korean dramas? I mean, outside of Squid Game? No. Probably not. I don't think I've heard of any of them. Then again, if you ask me to name an American drama today, I probably couldn't do that either. I don't even have television. I don't.
A name, huh?
Oh, man. I probably would have named him Blue. Or Pickle. Shit, I didn't name it Ellie. It's either Blue or Pickle. Ah, shit. Blue, Pickle or Blue. They're both cute. Fuck, shit. I don't know. I don't know what I named this cat. No! It was Pickle. It was Pickle. I fucked up. Pickle. It's been so long since I talked to the cats, that's why I didn't remember. Now I feel stupid. What kind of a lover of animals am I, man? I'm an asshole. Can't even remember the name of the goddamn cat. Derek says, thank you. I'm now taking off to rewatch your 12 minutes playthrough from last year. Sounds good, Derek. Have a good night, man. Thanks for chilling with us. So we'll just run through the streets for a few more minutes, see if we can find any more squirrels, and that'll be it for tonight. Next time around, I think what we will actually do is head back to the school. If you remember, there is that mission with the teacher, and I want to do that mission. I don't want to leave that one out. You know what I'm wondering now? Are those squirrel missions also at the school? I didn't even think about that. Those squirrel missions might very well be at the school, huh? Yeah. They might be hidden all through the school, and I just never realized it. Pickle! I fucked up. How did I forget cute Pickle? Come on, what kind of an asshole names a cat Pickle? Alright. Well, I don't seem to be having any luck running into anything to do. There's a ridiculous amount of squirrels left. Like, half the squirrels are still unfound yet. I can't find any. Oh, there's one. There we are. And this one's gonna be the cute doggos, Rambo.
There you are. He's a good boy. Good boy.
All right, boy. Where we going? Oh my God. He got hit by a fucking car. He seriously got hit by a car. Are you fucking serious? So here's a Jasper facepalming at Phil getting a kitty's name wrong haiku from DC. Jasper Kitty is listening in the shadows facepalming at Phil. So where are we going here? Here we go. Where are we going? The dog's not telling me. Wait a minute. I think this is screwed up. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't look at this, did I? Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I didn't look at this. I screwed up. I need to do this.
What the? It's drawing.
Now I call the dog.
There you are.
I screwed up.
Who's a good boy? Good boy.
All right. Oh, there you go. See, now he knows. I had to trigger the investigation first. Boy, I feel stupid. All right, boy, where are we going? Oh, over here? The car? Over here. Oh. The little back alley. Right here.
Attaboy.
A silver plate. That's a sellable item. All right, cool. You think there might be another one back here? We'll check. Slayer tipped me $1.50, says, do you normally like carrying Jasper around the house? I like to carry my cat around the house. Do I just carry him casually around the house? No. He likes to run around. He's a very rambunctious cat. He'll follow you around the house if he's in a mood for, like, for example, very much so tonight, I might finish my stream, open my door, he might be in the hallway. He'll chill out there, and then when I'm ready to go downstairs, he'll run down the stairs with me. He loves it. He loves, like, running around with you in the house. But at night, when it's time for sleep, I always scoop him up downstairs. A lot of the time, he has to sleep on the couch with us downstairs, and I scoop him up, and I carry him up half asleep, and then we all go to sleep in bed together. So it really depends on the situation, but usually I do not carry him around the house. However, he does love it when my wife picks him up and holds him for like a minute or two, just like snuggles him or hugs him. He likes that a lot. He thinks that that's like a, you know, a nice thing to do. Probably like, oh my God, he's picking me up and holding me nicely. And it probably makes him feel safe and loved. There we go. The boxing is so epic. This is on Legendary, really, by the way. This is the hardest difficulty possible in the game. Alright, guys, I think we're going to adjourn in a moment here. I'll just go for a quick walk down the street, see if we can find one more squirrel mission, and that'll be it for tonight. No, I've never played Jet Set Radio. Never had the pleasure. I'm aware of it, I know what it is, but I never played it. Damn, he got fucked up.
And stay down.
What kind of sucks is once you've done all the school missions, there's no reason whatsoever to get any of these items anymore, right? These are all for crafting and shit. Like, I did all the major combat of the game. There's no more boss fights, right? I did everything needed for the robotics club, so I don't need to pick up any of these items. They are completely worthless at this point in the game. Do you think there's one inside the club here? Hold on. Let's go around the side here. And if not, we'll go inside. No, I guess not. It's the batting center, right? Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck on the stairs. Oh,
Morons.
they're coming in. I'm breaking everything. Yeah, this is the new ability. Jump up, start flying around. You can do aerial combos and shit. Look at this. Oh my god. This is the new shit I unlocked. He's flailing all over the place. Wow. Can I play Sly Cooper again? I mean, I could. I could definitely see myself going back and playing some classics, like the classic trilogies of games and stuff as an interactive live streamer. I don't remember if the first time I played the Sly Cooper trilogy, if I was doing interactive stuff on the streams yet or not. I can't remember. You know, the thing is, I've played some of these games so many times now. They'll kind of blend together, and I can't remember. Like, I remember doing Sly Cooper, the trilogy. And when I played the trilogy, I enjoyed it very much. I remember even platinuming Sly Cooper 2. Then I'm pretty sure I went back and played Sly Cooper 1 and 2 again at some point. I think. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I just did 1, though. Can't remember. Alright, so anyway, guys, that will be it for tonight's chill stream of Lost Judgment. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we got some stuff, right? We did at least 2 or 3 missions we finished. Plus, we get a lot of the squirrel stuff. Next time around, like I said, I think we'll do that mission at the high school with the teacher. Maybe we'll run around the high school and look for some of the squirrel things at the school, because maybe there's some there. I'm thinking there probably are. And go from there. Now, you may say, okay, that's great, Phil, but when's the next Lost Judgment stream? I'm planning on doing this once a week. So, likely next week, one night, I don't know what night yet, but one night, it will be a late night stream next week as well. But you got to wait about a week because, you know, it is chill content. It's not a really ongoing narrative-based playthrough or whatever. And no big rush to do it, right? Once again, thank you to everyone who chilled with me here live. Thank you to everyone who liked the stream. If you watch this on demand on YouTube, thank you for liking the videos and leaving comments on them. It helps tremendously. Thank you guys so very much. Until next week, right? Cool. Thanks.